Andy Ruiz Jr. shocks the world against Anthony Joshua. Let's get right into it. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. E&E, Exaggeration and Experience. Better late than never. Last Saturday, New York, shout out, Anthony Joshua was upset by Andy Ruiz Jr. Some call it an upset, some don't. Most people that follow the sport knew that this was a possibility. But now that it's over, there's a lot of information out there. Let's get into the nuance of it. The fight ended in the 7th round. Joshua was knocked down 4 times. He hurt Ruiz in the 3rd with a nice combination. There was 6-3 and dropped him, put him on his butt. Andy Ruiz Jr., he bounced back. He came back. He was tough. He was strong. He was durable. He showed he had a good chin, a lot of heart, fast hands. Dropped Joshua twice in that round. Went on to win the bout. There's a lot of speculation surrounding this fight. That's saying Joshua's pops wanted him to pull out. There was an altercation in the ring. Joshua did not look super well coming into the bout. There's been multiple individuals who've given accounts of it. Tyson Fury, Gennady Golovkin, Dillian White, Bob Arum. You know, he's had something to say about it. Just the state of how Anthony Joshua looked coming into the bout. And before we get into more of that, I want to be careful. I want to preface it like this. Andy Ruiz took this fight short notice, 5 weeks, went in there and seized the opportunity. So we can cover these things, but this is in no way, shape, or form a slight against him and his accomplishments. Shout out Mexico, Viva la Raza. You got yours now. The very first heavyweight Mexican-American champion in history of boxing. So let's get into the rumors. Panic attack pre-fight. Rumors that he was hurt or knocked down or concussed in camp. He did his camp in Miami, and you know, if anyone's ever been to Miami or South Florida area, you know what they have ass there. Cheeks at curves, you know, lots of young ladies, they got all that. So I don't know if that's the best place for a training camp for a world championship fight in your debut in America. You need to do your shit in Big Bear, California, or you need to do it like in the Rocky movie where you running up the side of a mountain with leggings on and boots, because Miami ain't it for a training camp. I don't know if that's what attributed to the loss or some of the angst that were felt, you know, the anxiety or whatever the case may be, but Miami is not the place for a training camp. But anyway, if you go back and you rewatch certain things, the ring walk, his demeanor in the ring, the level of concern that his team, his corner, his management, how those guys look going into the ring, going into the bout, it was head scratching. If you've ever watched a fight before or been a part of the fight game before, it's things that you'd see and go, that's head scratching. Why is that happening the way that it's happening? And you end up seeing the result. So what does this mean? I think the next thing that it leads into is the Deontay Wilder effect. Now, yes, we know he's fighting Luis King Kong Ortiz. That's a rematch bout, rumored to be in the Staples Center. But the conversation essentially ends with the result of that bout. No disrespect to Andy Ruiz, but you don't hit like Deontay Wilder. That's not a thing that happens. Anthony Joshua at times has a tough time getting out of the way. And he got up, 4 times before it was eventually stopped? You're not getting up from a Deontay Wilder shot. Shout out Dominic Brazil. He's still in the ring somewhere. He deleted his social media too. I want to remind you guys of that. That's how viciously he got knocked out. Shout out social media. Getting deleted after knockouts. But what happens to that bout? You know, Stephen A. Smith came out and had a bunch of nonsense to say because my man clearly knows nothing about boxing. He gonna get on TV and he gonna be ranting and rave talking about, I seen Muhammad Ali fight a trash bag and I seen this and that. Get out of here. Just because you saw a fight back in the day doesn't mean you know anything about boxing. So you could just stop right there. And he's offering invitations. You can come on my show if you want to question my boxing knowledge. Okay. I hope you see this video. I hope I get that challenge. Because shout out, you don't know shit about boxing, G. It's one thing to name names. It's another thing to break down techniques, ins and outs, footwork, hand placement, hand exchange, setting traps, weight placement, weight shifting, angles. You don't know that, so stop. Cats were critical of the Andy Ruiz appearance. How could this have happened? Blah, 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 blah. I digress just for a second. I just can't see the Deontay Wilder fight at this point. They go into immediate rematch with the Andy Ruiz. They already triggered that 10 seconds after he got knocked out. A lot of people are questioning that. Is Joshua going to be ready? Is this the best idea? Where's the bout going to take place? I'm hearing conflicting reports because Ruiz is champion. People are saying that he calls the shots, but it may have been contractually agreed upon that in the event of loss that the bout would take place in the UK. I don't know. We have to wait and see. Either way, think about this being essentially worst case scenario. Andy Ruiz Jr. travels across the pond, 80,000, 90,000 strong for Anthony Joshua, and he stops him again. It's a wrap. Your career, you're done. The other thing that's interesting, because Andy Ruiz, who wasn't a household name, I think he was known, but not a household name. I think he was ranked maybe top 15. Now he can beat everybody in the world. Cats is saying, oh, he'll stomp out Deontay Wilder. Let me tell you something. To this day, no, he won't. To this day, no, he won't. That won't be a thing that happens. I'm calling it right now. The fight's not been made. It's rumored that Wilder has 2 fights scheduled already with Luis King Kong Ortiz, and then with Tyson Fury, a rematch. That was a great bout. And I'm telling you right now, in the event that he meets Andy Ruiz Jr., to this day, he's getting knocked out. Shout out Andy Ruiz Jr. Enjoy your time, man. I know you having fun. You look like you having a good time. Shout out Mexico. Shout out Hispanics. Shout out New York. Back-to-back weeks. Fights holding it down. Let me know what you guys think. What's next for Joshua? They said the rematch is coming up. Is that a good idea? Do you see a scenario at all where Joshua would fight Deontay Wilder? I don't see that scenario. But that's it for now. E&E, exaggeration experience, excuse me. I can't say the word experience. It's my damn name of the pod, but I can't say the word. It's ridiculous. Exaggeration and experience. Shout out AB. Shout out Mark. Let's go. We out.